Most disappointing holiday destination?
Leatherhead.
Costa dell'Amitre.
Lovely.
Is it Dusseldorf?
It's
I
not.
always see, you know, EasyJet have those flights on Ryanair to Dusseldorf. And you think, why would you want to go? And if you say, I'm taking you on a romantic weekend, where to? Dusseldorf.
I think it's anywhere where England's barmy army are when you get there. Spain especially, because I don't know if you've been there when there's been a football match on and they're all on the streets going, Championes, champion... And all the Spanish are going, that's mushrooms.
OK, come on, most disappointing. It's between Spain and France.
Andorra is between Spain and France.
Andorra is the correct answer. The most disappointing holiday destination. Dream holiday companions.
There was a thing in the paper the other week that somebody checked in and the luggage was 10 kilos over. And the guy went, well, let's see if we can take anything out. And they undid it. Telly. Why are you taking a television, Benidorm? Coronation Street.
I invented a holiday extension lead, which is it's about 100 miles long. So you plug it in, and you can use your own electricity supply. That's your holiday. Yeah. An electricity supply that you feel comfortable with.
Stephen Hawkins, I'd take. Because you get on the plane first then, wouldn't you?
Is it Judith Chalmers? Because she'd be really good company on the plane, and in the event of a crash in the Andes, she'd be quite tasty.
Do you think?
I think she'd be nice steamed.
If Judith is watching this, you're not under any sort of immediate threat. We're just discussing how we'd like to eat you. We're gonna eat you, Judith.
Is it an English person or American person?
It is an English couple.
Oh, what
Richard
about
and Judy.
Pete and Pete?
Is it her mum and dad?
Yes, it is.
Your mum and dad?
Oh, you shouting? Get out of there!
Our nation's dream holiday companions are Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. Worst royal to go on holiday with?
Queen Mother.
I'm going to have to break the news to you, Sean.
No. You try and check a coffin in at Heathrow. It takes... And you say, no, it's to come back as well. We're just going away for a little trip.
Is it Prince Philip?
You're absolutely right.
Am I?
Yes, according to the survey, the worst royal to go on holiday with is the Duke of Edinburgh. Tell that to Dodie Fayed. What, no one can tell me that weekend went well? We asked the public, which of these housemates would you most like to go on holiday with? Who do you think, out of that motley crew, got the most votes?
Surely there should be a prefix that, like, if you had to. I'd like to see how Shahbaz reacts to turbulence in flight.
Jade, where's your favourite holiday destination?
Dubai.
Where?
Dubai.
Where's that?
I don't know.
It's nice though, is it?
Yeah. I just go to these places. At the end of the day, I don't want to be a geography teacher, so I don't have to know.
Quite right.
It's such a great shame you don't want to be a geography teacher, though, because children are missing out on what would be a hilarious education.
Eugene, have you ever been to Vegas?
Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Yeah, no.
OK. Have you seen the film Rain Man?
Yes.
OK. I think we could make a lot of money.
OK, which housemate would you most like to go on holiday with?
Jade and Jayne as well.
So you,
Vegas.
Jade and Jayne, on holiday together?
Oh, yeah.
That is a Channel 5 programme, and you know it. What would we call it, though?
Armageddon? Well, I'm going to force you to guess now.
Jade.
You're going to go for Jade, are you?
Yeah.
Dave's team?
Well, if it was Safari, Shahbaz, that'd be a laugh. Look at the lion! Look at the lion! I'm going to hide its food! Yeah, you do that.
He is his food.
Nadia.
You'd like to go on holiday with Nadia?
Yeah, I could borrow her shoes.
Ah.
Shoes.
You'd like to go on holiday with Nadia?
No,
Simply
I
because
said
she's sitting
I'm-
next to
no, we're talking-
Mikey.
I've been on holiday with Mikey, you see. I went on the
you?
weekend, so yeah.
Who for? Hello or OK?
Seriously, though, who for?
No one, for myself. And him.
What's the point of that? You had a photographer with you.
No.
What's the point of that?
OK, go on. What's your final guess?
Shahbaz.
You're going to go for Shahbaz. Well, I can tell you that Shahbaz, 8% of the public wanted to go on holiday with Shahbaz. Or more accurately, filled out the form incorrectly. The top answer was Jade, so you get the points. 35% of the population want to go on holiday with Jade. Jade recently said, I'm sick of the paparazzi, so she's having a deep pan ham and pineapple instead. I'd love to go on holiday with Jade because she's got her own perfume, haven't you? You've got your own perfume?
Yeah.
Because you could bring lots of that perfume and I'm sure it would keep the mozzies away.
That was sold out of every single shop it was in, thanks very much.
Sold out or shoplifted?
Shoplifted.
Your target market is Shahbaz. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh. I love it. Oh. So outselling J-Lo, I believe, and Paris Hilton.
And Beckham and Beyonce and Britney. Anyone else?
All those other great perfumiers. Chuckle Brothers, they're right.
Jeanette.
To you, to me.
I would strongly recommend it, especially because you can't legally buy mace in this country.
What's mine?
It's by Lonthric. I think you'd enjoy it.
I know this. Germany.
What?
Germany. Everyone wants to live in Germany. It's beautiful. It's got the beaches, it's got the weather.
The beaches, the weather.
Yeah, it's got one beach, just outside Hamburg. It's not really a beach, it's more of a sort of port. Sort of. If you get down off one of the dock things, there's a bit of shingle.
Okay. You should be a travel agent.
Is it Disneyland? Because, like, you can live with all the characters and stuff, like, next door.
Kind of a holiday.
Morning, Mickey. Morning. I'd just be great.
Where would you like to?
Any place where my mother wouldn't visit. So here.
Will she not visit here?
She doesn't travel.
You should. Well, you can go anywhere then, can't you?
Exactly.
I think New Zealand.
New Zealand, you're very close. New Zealand was second.
Australia.
Australia is it? Yeah. Yes, Australia is a great place to buy a holiday home. You can go there for the weekend, spend 6 minutes in the airport cafe, then fly back refreshed and ready for Wednesday.
We go to the seaside, don't we? Like a bit of the old fish and chips and sit on a cold, wet, dark winter's beach and contemplate death.
Well, that went downhill fast, didn't it?
That's what holidays with John are probably like.
It's really patronising now. People call it a staycation, don't they, if you go on holiday in this country. Staycation is just going upstairs in your house and staying there for a week. The politicians think they're really cool, don't they? Oh, David Cameron was seen having a staycation in Cornwall. Bloody expensive Cornwall and a lovely part of the world.
Let's have a look at David Cameron on his staycation in Cornwall. There he is. And they just, apparently they just rolled him back into the sea after that. You're from South Shields, Sarah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a seaside town. Did you spend a lot of time on the beach as a kid?
Yeah, but we were always wary of the sand because we were always told that in sand is glass and turds. But it does mean that your sandcastle just has windows, you know, and turds.
Can I just say, I've got no positive memories about the beach at all. When I was a kid, my granddad was terrified of jellyfish. Like, to the point where he acted like they were galloping around the sands, like leaping on sunbathers and stinging them at the butt. And he kicked my football, my favourite football, into the sea. And when I ran to get it, he dove in front of me and stopped me and went, "No, that's just what they want."
Have you been to Wales on holiday?
Yeah. You know, I think Britain in general, beautiful coast, some lovely seaside towns, but some are dodge, aren't they? And instead of lovely bronzed people, you've got really white people with goose pimples, which just isn't nice to look at. And then you contemplate, shall we go in the sea that's full of trolleys and condoms?
I like that thing, seaside. You know, we don't get the weather, which is you don't get the weather, but, you know, if you're lucky, the pier gets on fire and that will warm you up.
I used to live in, like, a seaside town, and the thing that struck me about it is how much the local people used to moan about other tourists coming in, as if they didn't know what they were signing up for. But I quite like the fact that I always read now when they say prisons are like holiday camps. I find it quite ironic, because you're probably quite likely to see a 70s entertainer at both, aren't you?
Yeah. That's a good point. OK, let's see if seaside holidays are up there. Yes, seaside holidays. I went to Bournemouth the other day, and although the sand was absolutely lovely, they do have terrible problems with crime, drugs and youth unemployment. They've got 99 problems, but the beach ain't one.
Could it be like package holidays, going to Europe for holidays?
Have you been on a package holiday?
Have I been on a package holiday, mate? The worst bit for me on a package holiday was when you're on the coach. Basically, you have to play hotel bingo. Right, well, one is sometimes you don't even know what hotel you're going to. Back in the day, you didn't. You just got recommended one. So you pull up outside and going, oh, please, no. And then they announce it, you go, oh, yeah, these losers are going, yes! And the worst was there's always one dickhead on the coach, and you just like, oh, please don't be on mine. Please don't be on mine. Because the worst is holiday friends.
Oh.
And it when someone wants to be your mate, and then you say, oh, leave me. I've got mates at home I don't like. I don't need another pair.
I only went on my first all-inclusive quite recently. I've always been a bit snobby about an all-inclusive. No disrespect, Rob. Oh. Right. But now I've been on one, because you get a wristband, and it gives you power. Like, you can... Yes! When you've got a wristband, you can...
Gonna punch me?
Yes! You can have everything. Yeah. So within a day, I was like under the ice cream, giving the kids cocktails, I was mainlining fizzy wine. Get a wristband!
You can't commit a crime either, just so it gets hidden away. It's all
that
work.
I'm on a gold band, I can do what I want.
What's gold band?
No, like when you get invited to a wedding, but you've only been invited to the disco. That's blue band.
Right.
But if you've been invited to the whole shindig, gold band, mate. You can do what you like.
Eat what you want. I've been to a lot of Indian weddings, and so if you get invited to the whole day, that's normal. And if you get invited to just the evening, that means that you're white.
Also, booking a holiday is a nightmare, booking a foreign holiday, because when you have to book it on the website and then it's stressful, because you have those pop-ups that go, 17 other people are looking at this holiday now, 3 of them have just booked this holiday, and you're like, I've got 2 kids, I'm just going to leave one! It's a nightmare. When we leave the EU, does that mean that holidays are going to be more of a challenge, like going abroad? So we're going to have more British holidays?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's packing for a British holiday that's a massive pain, isn't it? Because you need to pack for every season. So you've got to put a gagool in, flip-flops, snow boots, visor, factor 50, galoshes.
The only good thing about, like, if package holidays become a thing of the past is we'll avoid the sunbed thing, having to get the right sunbed. That could be a nightmare. Take a look at this footage.
Here he goes, and they're on the starter's orders. He's going to clap, and the whole swarm of them, they're off. Look at that. How mad this is, just like ants. I've never seen anything like it. We're all watching it because we're all horrified that we've had to do this every day on holiday, Lella. This has ruined my holiday.
The problem is with package holidays, there's always a geezer that's been there a bit longer than you. And they corner you going, what you want to do is you go to that bit of the beach, get an ice cream from that place there, dinner, get there at 8:15. That's when it's fresh. It's been restocked. You get there at 6, it's fresh, but who eats at 6? The Spanish eat at 10, the mad bastards. And I'm like, mate, you literally got here 12 hours before me.
But you know what? What's funny, I think, for us as British, when we go to other countries, the first thing, the priority for us is to find out which restaurant and cafe does British food. That's what it is. Not where the hospitals are, do you know what I mean? Not what my room
Who
looks
arrives on holiday and goes, right, where are the hospitals? OK, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it's package holidays. Resorts like Magaluf have become a mixture of different cultures. For instance, the most popular breakfast is a croissant washed down with a pint of Zambuca and the morning after pill. Now, tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular types of holiday. Aisling team, what do you think? What do people like doing on their holidays?
Oh, well, some weirdos like camping. Camping, honest to God. I donate money to people in the most war-torn areas who have to live in tents. I do not want to pay to have to wash myself over a weekend with a damp leave and shit in a cup.
I don't think that anywhere where toilet roll is currency is a holiday. It's like jail.
We went once when I was a kid. My mum didn't want to go. So what happened was, we went down to wherever it was, sort of some field somewhere, put up a tent, sat about for a bit, did a fire and all that, and then my mum wanted to go home. So we drove back, dropped her off, she had a shower and went to bed, then we drove back to the tent, stayed there, got up in the morning, drove back, got me mum, and then she come back again.
How far away, how long was the drive?
About 7 minutes.
I love a bit of camping.
Whoa, Natalie, you weirdo.
You love camping?
Yeah.
What is it you like about camping?
I like going out and buying all the stuff.
You like shopping?
I like shopping.
So where do you go camping? Where's your favourite destination?
My other half owns a steam engine.
You going out with a fat controller?
So he's got a big steam engine?
So he's got an engine, yes. Anyway, where it is, it's a sort of a farm and private grounds, and we go there and we camp and we have barbecues in the summer, and it's lovely.
You go camping to visit a steam train?
Yeah.
It just sounds like the most boring thing that's ever happened.
But what happens in the tent isn't boring.
Oh, I see that train goes into the tunnel, does it? Boom. Have you been camping, Tom?
No, I've never been camping. When I was a teenager...
I mean, you say that.
As a teenager, I was in the Scouts, and everybody went to camp, but I never went to camp. If anything, camp came to me. But, well, people always say, don't they, like, oh, it's so nice sleeping under the stars. And, well, you know, I don't know if he was a star, but he did have a small part in Hollyoaks.
Of course, camping's an excellent chance to get closer to nature. Take a look at this.
I'm going to pepper spray you in the face. That's what I'm going to do to you. Bear, you're breaking it! You're breaking my kayak! Why are you doing that? Why are you breaking my kayak? Can you stop? Yes, darn it! Oh, why are you doing that? The end of September! Why are you here? You're supposed to be asleep!
Pretty adorable. Catherine, can I ask where you were when you filmed that? Definitely you, right?
I mean, I have had an encounter with a bear like that.
Genuinely?
Yeah, because I used to date Canadian boys, because that was all that was available. And one of them had a cabin, and it came halfway through the screen door. And once it's in, you're dead.
Genuinely, one came halfway in a cabin?
Yeah.
You did tell me a crazy bear fact, like that you have to be very careful if you're a lady going anywhere near bears.
This is absolutely true. If ladies are menstruating, they're not meant to go camping because they might attract a bear and then bite its fucking head off for no good reason. It's basic bear safety is what they call it, basic bear safety.
Well, I'll tell you what, The Revenant could have been a very different film.
What about you, Alex? Have you been camping?
Only at, like, V Festival. You know, when you're meant to go camping in the wild, you're meant to be worried about, like, animals. You try getting to sleep at V Festival and worrying about some bloke off his nut getting into your tent.
Myself and Sarah Pascoe were at a festival one year, and we were trying to, like, make it a bit more gender equal in terms of, like, where people are allowed piss. So, like, you can just, like, whack it out and pee anywhere. And we're like, well, we're going to start free-weeing as well. Our other friend was in a tent asleep that night, and she's like, mate, I don't know about this gender equality thing. I knew you were pissing just behind my head. So I actually picked a point just behind the tent to wee, and she could feel it run under her, under the tent.
Oh.
But then as my comeuppance, I didn't realise that I'd crouched down near a hedge and a horsefly bit my arse.
What?
And then the next day, my leg doubled in size from the insect bite, and the people in the emergency tent had to cut my lovely pleather trousers to get my leg out.
If I caught an STI at a festival, that is the kind of bullshit story I would tell. That's all I'm saying. If I was at a festival...
It was a horsefly, Jimmy.
I was at a festival, and the funniest thing I saw was a bloke trying to put a pop-up tent back in a bag, and he got so angry, he spat on it and walked away.
They are so hard. It's so exciting at the beginning when it's like you have this sort of Viagra explosion of a tent everywhere.
Tom, I have a pop-up tent right there. Why don't you get involved?
What would you...
I want you to pop it up there, and then I want you to put it back in the bag.
Jimmy, you'll have to take me for dinner first.
You look like a snooker ref putting a really massive... putting a black ball back on the table.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I'm very stylish and I've got a lovely handbag. OK, how do they work? You just take them out and...
How do they work?
You just unzip and it explodes.
Go on. Throw it over there.
Throw it over there.
Watch out. Whoa!
Wow, it does.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Look at Tom's erection.
Thank you.
OK, I don't want to put you under undue pressure. You're a guest on this show. But get that back in that bag.
I'm more the type that would just set fire to it and leave.
I feel like you could look like a human burrito, like if you like in the middle of it.
Yes.
Like you could, like it's a really nice way to like
Oh,
teach
it is,
people
like
how to make burritos.
An old El Paso.
Ashling, that felt to me like you were trying to give him a clue as to how to get rid of a body.
Damn it. Tommy, we got it.
You seem like a very unhappy married couple.
I told you not to do it, Tom. You never listened.
Why would I be married to a woman like that? Oh, oh.
No, that's good, Tommy.
Oh.
Well, that's double the size of the bag. No, there's no... There's no... Rob, do you want to show them how this is done?
Come on then, do it then. Look at him. Come out here, look.
Okay,
in his
wait
tailored bomber, the king of the tailored bomber, everyone.
Wait, put it back up again, Tommy. Wait, here we go.
The thing with these is...
Oh, that's it.
Right, watch Rob mansplain this to everyone. Come on.
Well, look,
OK.
basically, the key, air is your enemy.
What's he doing? No way.
No way. You've got to dominate.
What?
Why?
He's done it! Hang on, he's done it.
Why?
Don't take my glory. Go away, go see your mum. We're on a good holiday.
Hang on, let him zip
Rob
it up.
Beckett,
Hang
everyone.
on.
Rob Beckett, yeah.
All right.
OK, let's see if camping is up there. These days, modern tents can be rolled up and fit inside even the smallest of bins. OK, Rob's team, what other holidays do people like?
Is it possibly spa breaks as a holiday? And I say that because actually Rob and I went on a spa break earlier this year to Centre Parks.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
We did. Well, I say it was Rob and I. It was Rob, Rob's wife, Rob's daughter, Rob's mum and dad, Rob's auntie, uncle, brother. So it was sort of me going on holiday with Rob's family. I think a lot of the time they were going, why the fuck is he here?
Basically, you know when you work with someone, we went to school together and now we live around the corner from each other, it's just... But
You
we
can just
get
say,
on.
an easier way, you could just say, he's my friend, that's OK.
I should say, like...
Are we friends?
We are friends, Rob. Don't keep saying it, otherwise it sounds like a lie. Rob had one of the fancy lodges.
Stop ruining my persona.
I'm sorry, but Rob did. I had a normal one. I was furious. And because I'm doing all right too, but anyway, so he... It is nice. There was a hot tub. Rob had a hot tub, which was lovely. I got to go in the hot tub with your mum and your auntie.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's nice until the bubbles stop, isn't it, in a hot tub? And then you're just basically sat in a bath with strangers.
What I find about the problem with spa breaks is when you go in for like the massages, it's very also whispery, isn't it? So it's like you have a massage and they're like, oh, OK, so Rob, if you want to just take off your robe, take about 10 minutes. Take your robe off and just pop yourself under the towel. Like, what? Can't hear you, dick in or out? If you come back in here and I've got my arse out, are you going to cry and phone the police? That's all I'm like. What are the rules?
My masseur is a man, and I've been going a long time, and I'm not going to stop. But something happens there that I don't feel safe about, and I need to tell an adult. So, Ashley, if you don't mind, because you're so wee, would you lay, like, face first on this table? I'll show you what he does.
Oh, God. This is the status of our friendship. It's like, OK, Catherine, will you still like me after this? So can I...
It's good. It can hold.
I don't know where to look.
So, Ashling's me, and look at her. Her palms are up, aren't they?
Yeah.
So he'll be massaging me along, and the table's cockeyed, isn't it?
I
get, like, teabagged right into my hand. I've definitely held his penis like a tiny baby bird. And then he'll, like, come up, and it's just, I can really... And then, like, here I'm fine with, that's fine.
It'd be a good idea to keep your head turned, though, when he comes round to your head and, like, your mouth closed as well.
Does he do Fridays?
massages, they are intimate, which is why I never understand why people get them on those little, like, seats in the middle of a shopping centre.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into JD Sports with a boner.
I brought my current boyfriend for a pedicure, and he'd never been for one before, and he was wearing trousers, tight like you do in this country, and then he said, how do I put my feet in this basin? Do I need to take my trousers off? And I said, yes. And he did. He unbuttoned his trousers and took them off in the nail spa. And the ladies were like... And he just sat in the chair in his, like, knickers.
Why is he wearing your knickers?
There was, like, a big craze of those places where you could get, like, the fish.
Oh,
to
yeah.
nibble at your feet, but they stopped doing it because, like, it was like they spread disease or something like that. But I always wanted to go into one, sit next to someone with, like, my prosthetic leg off and just go to him, fucking hell, mate, I fell asleep with my mate. I'm for punishment.
Well, let's have a look and see if spa breaks are up there. Yeah, I think surprising. Spa breaks. It can be a bit embarrassing having certain beauty treatments, but it's nothing like as embarrassing as walking around with an unbleached anus.
Who's bleaching anuses?
Who's bleaching anuses?
Yeah.
He's called Javier. And he's very thorough.
I'd be so worried if I was undressing you and I saw how black your hair was and then how Rob Beck had coloured your arms.
Well, it's been waxed as well, so there's...
Why are you bleaching it if it's been waxed?
It's not the hair, it's the hole.
What colour?
You bleached it, that's what it is! You bleached the hole!
Sorry, you thought they were bleaching anus hair?
But, like, when you say bleaching, to change the colour or, like, sticking toilet duck up and to, like, clear it out?
To change the colour.
What colour did you get it bleached?
Same.
As that, you don't go for, like, the colour
So I'll have a Beckett. OK, fingers on buzzers. Aisling's team.
These are my favourites, which is like a gal's holiday.
Oh, they're like the
like a
lads and the girls all
lads
going
and
away
gals.
together?
Yeah, I love that. Just a gal's holiday. It's just really nice because, like, you go out with your gals, then you stay out drinking every night for 7 nights until 7 a.m. Fall in love with a local barman, then you fight with your friend, then you go out and you get some food, and then you get food poisoning, you end up in a foreign hospital where you can't speak the language, and then you almost miss your flight home, and then you come back to the office and like, oh, did you have a good relaxing holiday? And you're like, yeah, it was really relaxing. Like, I love a gal's holiday.
Not entirely selling it to me, but I made up some, you know, lads on tour, girls on tour T-shirts. I think you've... there you go. Give those to you.
No.
Got some for you as well. There you go.
Oh.
We've gone for last leg over for you. Crack addict and Ryan Gaggs.
Ryan Gaggs.
Oh, this is nice. Posh nosh. Is that an instruction?
Rob, what have you got? Let's go fucking gentle. Let's go fucking gentle. La, 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 la. Come on, stick them on.
Oh,
that's the front, obviously.
I'm a bit worried about messing up my hair.
Where is it?
It's got my anus.
Is it bleach blonde?
No, I went brunette. Jimmy Carr, I said.
So, have you been on any girls' holidays?
I had a couple of girls' holidays. My niece turned 21 and we went to Ibiza. And it all sounds great. Sun, sand, sea. But I think I'm allergic to those 3 things. And when I go away, my legs, it's a thing called elephantitis.
I've
Has anyone
got
heard of this? Heard it?
Yeah, I haven't got it in my legs, but...
One nut.
So anyway, I just look shit. I'm sunburnt and I'm hot and I get drunk really quickly.
What's your level? Like, what can you drink before you're like, I'm
Well, it's very interesting. As I get older, I go from being absolutely fine, have one more glass of wine, and then I fall over.
I went to Cos. That was brutal. It's just, I don't think I could go on a lad's holiday anymore. I just sort of like my hair, my eyebrows, my marriage too much.
I did once go to Gay Pride in Berlin, and that did have a lot of lads on it. You could say that was a lads' holiday. In fact, it was entirely lads.
Lads, lads, lads.
Lads, lads, lads. That's what I kept shouting.
thing is with the lads' holidays, like, we all went away. We went to, like, Magaluf and, like, Tenerife, and it's at the end of school, and it's just like, we're going here to lose our virginity. And like, I didn't know how to talk to girls. Like, I still believed my mate John from when we were 14, and he told me that when he finishes, it hit the ceiling. By the way, I believed that there was something wrong with my willy till I was 21. And I got my first proper girlfriend.
Sorry,
I said to her, look, I know there's something worse wrong with me than the hands and the leg. And she's like, what? And I was like, I know that it should be more powerful when I... So, yeah.
You just think mothers always went around going, oh, my God, I hate it when they get...
How did you think oral sex worked? You just thought, well, I guess the girl dies. I don't know why you told that story. No idea why you told that story.
Do you know what? I've just been desperate to tell someone. It's a safe space.
So, lads' holidays.
I like the drinks on those sort of holidays, like things like fish bowls. It gets you absolutely off your nuts.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Imagine my surprise. Fish bowls for everyone, please. What has that music done to you people? I believe this is a... I've given you Sex on the Beach here, and this is You've Got Blue Balls.
Lean in.
Yes, please. Is it legit?
Oh, it's legit.
Oh, there's a lot. Getting a bit of brain freeze, hang on.
Yeah, we hit an iceberg.
It's not that nice.
No, it tastes like antifreeze.
Yeah, it tastes very chemical.
I don't think you should drink anything
I can't drink it with the straws, it's silly.
This
I mean, you could take the girl out of Albert Square. So you're really hammering through that.
We thought it was a contest.
You were still going.
I need to drink after the shit I've just said on here.
If you have enough of that, if you really fill up on fluids, then it'll hit the ceiling. How much have you done?
It's all in the fun bits on the bottom of the glass.
Because we're lads.
It's so much better than my other lad's holiday.
Do you remind me of those programmes, you know, those ones that are like, the lads are out in San Antonio, and they always seem to go out and do exactly the same thing. And that one where their mums and dads turn up at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my God, I'm so ashamed. I can't believe I brought you up to go and get pissed and then shag all those people. And then you see them together, their parents, and you think, yeah, you did.
We're going to collect the drinks. Well, I can tell you that lads' and girls' holidays are not up there, but the most impressive thing I ever saw on a lad's holiday was a woman smoking a cigar with something that, to be honest, is better suited to shooting out ping-pong balls. OK, fingers on buzzers. What other holidays do people like? What do you think?
People love it, but I hate it. Skiing. Awful holiday. It's just full of posh dickheads. That's my... Oh, what was the powder like today? Fuck off. And the worst bit, après ski.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a word for getting pissed. You don't have après banana boat.
Have you ever been skiing? Anyone over here?
I was accidentally sort of booked to kind of be a host at a sort of music festival where there was skiing, and you got to either choose your free snowboarding gear or skiing gear, and I chose snowboarding because it was kind of cooler, but you're only stuck to one stick, so you keep on going to walk, and you're like, right, just gonna go for a walk. This
is the thing about all these things. I can't do anything like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you're good at is putting thing in a sentence.
When I say I can't ice skate, I can't even ride a bike properly. So for someone to say, "Oh, should we go skiing?" I'd die.
I think that's what skiing is. It's not. People don't actually enjoy it. They just get a rush knowing they're not dead after.
Yeah. They're so desperate to get down the bottom of the slope. Why don't they just stay there?
Speaking of ice skating, you are, like, I've never seen anything like Catherine and her daughter ice skating. Is that a Canadian
You had to
thing?
catch the hockey players.
Oh, that's how you get them.
By being a puck bunny.
Puck bunny. Is that what they call it?
She said puck.
96 to 2001, my own personal Olympics.
Well, I can tell you that skiing is not one of the most popular types of holidays. What I like best about skiing is making snow angels by pushing people off ski lifts. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
I mean, an obvious one, I suppose, but to say is beach holiday.
Do you like a beach holiday?
I do like a beach holiday. I seem to remember growing up, they felt exciting, but there was also the terror back then of lilos. And there were all these terrible, terrifying stories about, like, a woman from Lowestoft who went to Alicante and got on a lilo and she got washed out to sea and then she woke up and she was back in Lowestoft.
OK, Ashley, have you been on beach holidays?
No, I'm not genetically predisposed to going on any sort of sun holiday. I do remember the first time we were ever taken as kids. We went to Florida, and I got sunstroke on the first day. We went to SeaWorld, and we sat on the front row, and Shamu, who I now know was actually having a terrible time, blew all his load.
Did it hit the ceiling, can I ask?
Came out of his blowhole, sprayed all the children. We were like, yay, hey. But yeah, it washed all the sun cream off myself and Sinead, and we both got sunstroke and had to forego the rest of Disney World because we were like, Mother, can you see pixies? Ah, like we...
My mum and dad, we never went away. We got in the car on a Sunday and went for a ride. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I remember
But
that.
I don't know, I didn't grow up in your family.
No, but you just get in the car. We're going for a ride. That was the day out. We didn't even get out. Just go for a ride.
Just round the square, was it?
Yeah,
past
a bit. Have you ever been to a nudist beach?
No.
I swam past one in Croatia.
Yeah.
I just went past.
Actually, it might not have even been a nudist beach. It might have just been this one old lady. But she was sat there, and I found it so funny that I couldn't swim because I was laughing. And I started to drown, and two of my mates had to help me. And when we got back to shore, I thought to myself, if I'd have died there and then, what would my mum and dad have told people?
I went to a nudist beach, and it was... The thing I found weird about it was, like, everyone else was wearing clothes and all the children pointing and crying. OK, let's have a look and see if beach holidays are up there. Of course, number one, beach holidays. I love the British seaside. Nothing in the world can beat standing in the rain with the pungent smell of raw sewage in the air, watching a seagull slowly choke to death on a used condom.
People find going on holiday stressful. True or false?
True. The one thing that proper grinds my gears about going on holiday is you get to the hotel and your room's not ready. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like, I get that other people stay here too, but you know I'm coming.
Yeah.
So please let the room be ready. Like, I don't want to sit there in my sweaty plain clothes in the baking heat, like, sipping a mimosa. I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I want to strip down.
Well, you seem very stressed. Do you know what you need?
If they kept me waiting like that, I would put my sweaty plain pum straight in their pool and be like, your problem now.
The thing is, I get quite stressed at the airport. What annoys me the most is when you try and buy something and they go, oh, you got a boarding card? But why do I need my boarding pass for this? Do you think... Of course I'm flying somewhere. Do you think I've gone through security for an hour to buy a packet of minstrels for £8?
That's what really scared me about Heathrow. I was going to Ireland. I used to go all the time when my Nana was still alive. She, like, really stretched that out. Like, 10 years she pretended to die. And you'd go closer and closer and closer to the Ryanair gate, and then there was an off-license right by the door to go on the plane. And they had a big sign there that was like, no ID, no sale. And I was like, no ID? How'd you get in the fucking airport? How'd you get to the gate?
What about you, Josh? You go away on holiday much?
Well, the only holidays I've been on in the last 10 years have been on a badge. So...
How many A's is it?
Badge.
Are you in Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, I am. I told you I'm dangerous. I am...
What are you on? Are you...
A narrowboat. A narrowboat.
A badge!
Yeah. And there's a lot of stress, you know, there's driving the badge.
You're just saying what you're on. Badge!
Cooking in the badge, boxer size on a badge, aggressive
Stop
dish.
saying badge! How come you went on a badge holiday?
When I was at uni, some guy who went uni with, he had a badge in Reading. So we went there. To be honest, this is quite sad. For years, it was the only time I've been to London when I was stuck in the megabus bus station waiting to go to Reading on my badge. That was my whole experience of London till about 3 years ago. It was great, though. They had a Greggs.
Yeah.
So...
Tom, do you travel much?
I used to interminably when I was in the theatre. Because I'm an erstwhile thespian, you see.
Yes.
So I went all over the UK, up and down, again and again, and around in awful digs. My dad said I was living off the smell of an oily rag. I thought that was a divine remark.
The same oily rag you used on your mum.
Kiri, what do you find stressful about travel over here?
Last girls' holiday I went on was a nightmare. Really horrible. I lacerated my hand on a rock playing in the sea, and then we went to get it sorted out, and it needed 4 stitches, but it was like €200, and I didn't have that. I'd spent it on the holiday. So I just bought some iodine and poured it in the wound, and then sellotaped it up. And then we booked to go to a water park the next day, and I couldn't get it wet because I had it sellotaped and I had to keep it straight. So all the photos of me are basically doing a full-on Nazi salute on all the rides, trying to keep my wound dry.
Now, one way to make holidays less stressful is to ensure you get to the gate at the airport on time. I've got a time-saving invention here. Would you like to have a go? It's a suitcase, and it's like a ride-on suitcase. Rob, do you want to go?
Yes. I've never wanted to do anything more in my life.
OK, so you can probably figure it out. It's, yeah, open
it
that,
comes out there?
And then you can pull up the handle.
Oh, hello.
Pull up that.
What?
It's quite powerful.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. So you're at... Rob, the flight leaves in 2 minutes. It's over there. You're all the way over there.
Not a problem.
It's a busy airport, Rob. You're never going to make it,
Not a problem, mate. I've got a speedy boarding. Here we go. Is that on?
Mate, honestly, the flight is going.
No! I'll come back round.
I've never seen him this happy.
See you next week! That's the best thing I've ever had. I'm having this now, Jim. I don't know.
That's good.
I mean, it don't corner well.
Oh, darling, that hump, you practically flew.
You
Yeah.
did.
It turned into chitty before my eyes.
You've got to be brave with it. Flying through Gatwick on that. Kids walking 100 metres behind. See you later, kids.
OK, let's get some answers. Most people find going on holiday stressful. What do you think, Rob?
I'd say, yeah. Like...
OK, what do you think?
I say yeah.
Yeah, no.
You're saying false. What are you going to go with, Catherine?
We think it's absolutely true.
Yes.
On holiday.
OK, well, I can tell you the answer is false. But 39% of people do find going on holiday stressful.
Thank you very much.
When I went on holiday, I was worried that my elderly nana wouldn't be there when I got back. I needn't have worried. I rushed back from the airport, and there she was, lying at the bottom of the stairs just where I left her.